Breaking news with Paul Toole.
Hello and a very warm welcome. The Cal League, the first Crip softball league in Los Angeles, presents its coffee table book of 500 Black Unity pictures by author L.A. Nutt. The Cal League uplifting families, communities and ending the sickness of gang violence that has plagued black communities for over 50 years. The Cal League players, former Crips on 11 teams, backed by their communities, create a safer environment for all LA communities. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.
What makes you righteous? You see, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I won't fornicate and I won't commit adultery. I don't smoke dope. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. And I say all my prayers every day. And I give whatever I can in charity. Yes, sir. And what else do you do? Well, what do you mean, what else? Is there something else? That's nothing. That's vanity. So you don't smoke, so what? So you don't drink. You don't use drugs. So what? What are you doing to better the condition of others? What are you doing to reform where you live? And if you do nothing to reform society with the knowledge you have received, then you are guilty of concealing knowledge. And that is a cardinal sin.
That is a cardinal sin. Yeah, welcome back to the Crip, Dr. Crip Show. I'm your host, Dr.
You
Crip.
mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015? 2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. 2, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color. They're going from the lightest down to the darkest. Light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk will not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens, because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems and they are competitive with us, and we don't begin to be a little more aggressive about being in a competitive posture. They're going to eat our lunches.
You know what the Hispanics do? 20 of them will be in one house. Black neighborhoods, while we fighting over who block that is, the Hispanics came in on the west side. They started with 20 of them in one house. Then they buy the house next door. Now it's 10 and 10. Then they buy the house next door. Now it's 5 and then we look up. They got the whole block now. We like, what the fuck going on? Yeah. Because we don't want to work together. We so busy trying to be a boss on our own and don't nobody want to do nothing to help nobody. We fucking up the program. White people, black people. I told myself the other day, it just popped in my head. I said, I'm going to tell my kids they can stay with me as long as they want to.
Okay.
I'm not about to get to the
18.
and it's time to go now. You can live with me the rest of your life as long as we are putting a plan together for this family to be successful. We all gonna live together.
Once they take your life, you will start appreciating life. Like I've been down 34 years, going 35 years, right? And I was sentenced to life at 16 years old. I was saying the difference between a person who has 5 years and me is that I've learned to appreciate life because they took my life. This person who didn't, he know that within 5 years he'd be going back home. A lot of people talk about rehabilitation. Rehabilitation starts with self. It don't start with the programs, none of that. It starts with self. If you want to rehabilitate, you got to start with self. You got to believe in it. You got to change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, you're going to continue to repeat the things that get you caught up.
I just came from the park, and it's this kid teasing me because I have felines on. Now, mind you, I am not a material person. I just wear felines because, you know, I like the color, and I think they're cool. They might not be what's popular today, but, you know, that's what I like. So, you know, I told the kid, it's not about what I have on my feet, it's about what I have inside my head. No matter what I'm wearing, no matter what I have on, it's about my information, the knowledgeable things in life. These sneakers are not even going to fit you in 20 years from now. So it's about what you have in your mind, your wisdom, your knowledge, the power to inspire others. And parents, please don't raise your children like the materialistic type, because, you know, once they don't have Jordans on or cool clothes, they're going to feel like they're not important. They're going to feel like they need the golden or the Jordans or the cool stuff, the popular stuff, to make them feel important.
Man, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. Man, did you hear that little kid? Did you hear that? Hey, man, listen. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. Welcome back. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff like that, man. We appreciate it. Yeah, we back with another summertime and violence, you know. Watch your kids in the summertime, man, because it's that time of the season, man. You know, we want to give a shout out, man, to everybody that support the show, you know, that just tune in, give some sense to it, you know, anything, give feedback to it. We just want to say thank you, bro. You know, because it ain't easy when you a real one and you got to kick the knowledge, you know, and people come for you, you know, and everybody got an opinion, you know, and you just have to deal with that, you know. But I answer anybody. Anybody got anything to say, they can say it on this show. If you got something to say to me, put it out there, because we ain't hide nothing. What is the reason people, gangs want to hide everything? Because everything is filed in the game. That's why, you know, everything is filed in the game. You know, ain't none of this stuff organized. It ain't nothing but dysfunctional confusion, because people do what they want to do, from the new booty all the way to the OG. Everybody make up their own rules. Everybody do what they want to do. Everybody do anything that they feel that they want to do, because you know why? They feel can't nobody check them. They feel can't nobody say nothing to them. They feel can't nobody tell them nothing until all that stuff happens. And then that's when you see the stuff start unraveling on, you know, social media. You know what I'm saying? It just started unraveling. Like, man, I thought that dude was hard. I thought that dude was this. I thought that dude was this. Nah. He ain't none of that. When you go into their records, you know, when you really check their facts. Now, yes, true enough, there are some of the people that you see on social media that's endorsing the gangs and, you know, giving you all the history and bringing you all the wars and telling you this person is that person, and everybody giving you all this useless information. You know, there are real people that walk the walk, talk the talk, and, you know, basically straight. But that's only a small class. Pretty much everybody else got some busterism or some issues, or then, you know, anything, you know. And that's for everybody, you know. I tell you, that's why I don't hide nothing. You feel me? I don't hide nothing. You know, I make it a guessing game, you know. That's what the book is. It's a guessing game. They want to say, "Oh, you're dry snitching in the book." You woo woo. I say, you know what I say to that when people call me? I said, man, listen, everybody got something to say now, but check this out. I got shot in 2021. If something was gonna happen, it would have happened with me, without me, or anything. My book came out September 10th, 2023. 2.5 years later. Oh, you jive. No, I didn't. All I said is conspirators and a shooter. You feel me? Yeah. If you let something like this go to your head and try to this little old book ain't gonna do nothing but hopefully make me some money to pass down to my generations. If you think this little old book and these pictures is gonna do something for you in the court case, you need an attorney. I hope you ain't fighting no or whatever kind of case with no public defenders, because I ain't never had. I use public defenders for misdemeanors and all that. But if I know I'm gonna stay in jail and I'm hiring an attorney, man. I've been to prison one time too many. That's it. One time too many, because I go to the box. I take everything. Drug cases, gun cases. I take it all to the box. That's what I was taught. So, I handle my business all the way around like a real one. So that's why I do real stuff. That's why I tell real truths. Half these podcasters out here is weenified in some way or another, That's why they try to, do the stuff that they doing, endorsing gangs and, I'm gonna be the first to do this, and I'm gonna go sit down with him, and it's always a hook and an agenda. There ain't never nobody doing nothing to say, listen, man, we need to try to bring this to an end. Yeah, man, that's why people need homies, man. We need to get along and all. Man, shut all that up, man. Tell people to stop putting people on gangs right now. Tell your homies out your mouth, wherever you supposed to be from. Hey, homie, we don't need to put nobody else on. But people want to see gangs continue. You got that language. You know, man, I want to see the homies go. I want to see the hood go forever. Don't you know when you 70-something walking around and don't nobody know you're going to be a robbery victim? Because you ain't over there. You ain't giving no money. You ain't nothing. You just going to be somebody coming to the store and going to be like, hey, Pops, loan me $1. Huh? You already know it. Man, I'm an OG, triple OG. What? Rules didn't change. That don't mean nothing no more. Bob, man, run that money. Give it to me. That's why you need to be endorsing no more gang. You feel me? Because people, it's just we know that it's so many shows and so many stories and it's just so many people, But I'm talking about the ones that strictly from the people from Los Angeles, Compton, Watts, Long Beach, West Side LA. Them the podcasters I'm talking about. I ain't talking about everybody else. Hey, West Side Life. Hey, Dr. Crip, ending the sickness. You said on the show your homies got you shot before. Wow. How many times that happened? I'll answer that question. Young, by the way, what it do? Whatever happened to your little homies who got caught up with the white boy? Oh, man. It's all bad. And people had the nerve to say, some of the podcasters, I heard that the white boy was still good in the 90s. What are you stupid? You must be I hope are you a gang member? You know what I'm saying? The people, the podcasters, it was about 3 of them or something, right? On my show, I put them on there, with the but I get to you. But yeah, this is about the summertime violence. And you know what, Westside Life? That's a good question that you got. Because I'm gonna tell you how these goofies, how I got shot. You feel me? Now, on Western, by the motel, we used to call it the SEMA. They got another name for it now. Because of the stadium, the SoFi Stadium. So, they then transformed it or whatever. But it used to be called the SEMA, and I was in there, me and the homie was in there grinding. We was in there serving. So when I'm in the hood, when I'm grinding like that, I can look out and see who is what, because we used to be at the apartments across from the SEMA, So we in there, we in there grinding, Helen, and I know the homie, he got his own room, so he go over there and he talking to the homies over there or whatever. So I see the little commotion, or whatever it is, the little group. I didn't know what they was doing. I thought they was playing. I had no idea that it was like that, I wish I would have went out there then. This is like June something. This is June 20th. I think I got shot June 20th, 1994. I think I got shot June 20th, 1994. So we standing out. So they out there, and I never go out there. The whole day, night, until the nighttime is when I go out there. I go out there in the nighttime. I come out the room and just walk over there and hang out or whatever for a minute, boom. So I just make it over there, and it's about 8, 9, 10 homies out here, we out here posted, talking, whatever, chilling. All of a sudden, it's a chopper going. Boom, I get hit, bam, I'm down. Two other homies get hit, bam, bam, they down. When he stops shooting with the chopper, boom, he tried to chase the homies with the chopper, boom. I'm immediately, my leg is toe up, it's flipped over, all kind of stuff. But I'm in pain. But see, that I don't know what God gave me like that to make me like that. I've never panicked. You got homies out here that get scared in an instant when the handcuffs get pulled on them. When the police pulled up, you just got people that just fear just start pumping. Them the people that you already know, potential snitches. They may not make it to the snitch status, but you so scared that that's usually what comes next. What come that heart beating. Why you think the police do this when they tapping you? Why you think they put they hand on your heart? That's not a search. They trying to see if you scared or not. Because if your heart going like it's finna jump out, they gonna be like, oh, he's scared. We gonna get him. That's a tactic. So I don't panic like that. I've never panicked like that. Raids, shootings, all that. I'm focused. I'm on point, So I see him. He's still standing there. He waiting for us to move. So I'm telling these dudes, be quiet. Don't say nothing. But the homie over here, because he got shot in the knee, right? With the chopper. I said, shut up. Because he in the parking lot, so he can't really hear us because the Western traffic is going, the cars, so he looking for movement. Like, thank God this dude ain't the walk up, because he'll walk up if he see. I'm thinking, God, he ain't the walk up finish without movement or nothing. Because if he see movement, he walking up, boom, and he stay there. He lingered them 10, 15 seconds, like, because he out eating right now. So he jump in the car, he get on, boom. I'm crawling down the home. We moving. This dude shot in his shoulder, he shot in his shoulder and maybe some of his leg or something. So I'm shot. My whole hip bump, my whole leg is just discombobulated. So I'm crawling. I crawl into the homie house from 40. He lived in the hood, and the other homie he tried to crawl behind me. We crawled into the homie from 40's house, and they called the ambulance. So when the ambulance got there, the fire dude was like, "Look, man, your leg is flipped over. We're going to have to turn it over. I'm sorry. It's going to hurt." I'm like, yeah. I'm like, come on, man. He like, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. He said, look, I'm going to give you that mouthpiece. He gave me that mouthpiece to put in your mouth, and he turned it over. But, they got it straight. He said, man, that's good you let us do that, So he took us out. And the homies is like, our thing is when we get bust on, it's automatic. Go hit whoever, we dealing with down the street, whichever way it was going on. So that's what they do. Like, you straighten up? Well, yeah, I'm good. I raise my hands, I'm straight. Boom. So they on. Boom. So when the killer number one and a few more homies come to the hospital, they like, look, we thought it was them dudes down there, but it wasn't them. We found out these goofies did some goofy stuff. I'm like, what happened? He like, man, listen, the building that, we hanging in, the homie seen some writing on the wall. It was some east side, and they put, east side, whatever, and crossed out the hood. So the homies is like, well, we know everybody in this building because it's only 4 units in there, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. So we know everybody, but there's 1 unit right here. So it got to be this 1 unit. So now they sitting out there. The dude, this is the day of me getting shot. I got shot that night. This is happening that day. So they try to, figure out who's going on. Now, the goofies that's running this show, this is why your kids don't need to gangbang. Because the goofies that's running this show, which is some of my friends still to this day, one is dead, one is in jail with life, and another one is on the streets as a goofy, running around right now, doing goofy stuff, still doing goofy stuff to this day. He never stopped doing goofy stuff, pulling fake guns and all kind of stuff. So they see the writing, so they trying to figure it out. So they like, man, it got to be this apartment unit right here. So the kids come out the apartment unit, 12, 13, 11, something like that. So one of the goofies go over there because he's a official, he one of them strikers, they call him strikers. He's a full-fledged striker. He strikes everywhere. So he go over there, analyze the writing, and like, man, wait a minute. This is little kids writing. This came from these dudes. These little dudes did that. So they question the little dudes and sweat them and whoop. So now, at that time, we don't have no gang members that's 12 and 13. We may have some family members of sisters and brothers that's 12 and 13, but they're not from the hood. So you know what these 3 brilliant gang banging minds do? They say, we're going to get the youngest dude we got. He 22 or 3. Do you know that these goofies made this 23-year-old squabble with these young dudes, beat them all up, and all that? Now, kids can't come over here no more because whoever in this house, whatever, got to take them back to the east side. You feel me? So they take them to the east side. So obviously, guess what? Somebody like, what? That's my son. What? That's really 9-0 killer. All right. Yeah, all right. No, no. All right, for sure. Guess what he do? This is an alley move. The parking lot is in the alley. You feel me? So all I got to do is pull up in the alley, jump out, and boom. So now look, not only the gang members out there, but it could have been anybody. It's 4 families that don't gangbang that live in this building at this time. They could have been standing out there. It just happened to be 9-0s out there. But it could have been, well, anybody could have been out there. So that don't make it smart on his side neither. It's just he got lucky that it was just 9-0s out there. So, but that don't make it right. So he gets off. Boom, boom, boom. So he gets off. Boom, 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 boom. So now, you know, the next day I'm in the hospital. You know, my leg is, you know, I'm through with money. So now they come up there, the killer, number 1, a few other homies. They like, man, listen, we found out what, you know, and they telling me what happened. These goofy dudes, they beat these young dudes up. They beat these dudes up, 12, 13. Man, yes. I'm coming back. You put your hands on you mean you couldn't just chastise them and kick them up out of there and let them leave? No, you goofies come together and say, oh, we're going to, you know, these is the people that's call themselves, they running this. So your idea was to beat these kids up, these children, and never tell the homies what happened. Them 3 goofies that was out there that handled that with them kids, they never told no other homie that was out there that event happened that day. And I seen it happen from across the motel. I just didn't know what was going on. Had I known what was going on, if I was out there, of course, man, y'all ain't finna do nothing to these dudes. Hey, man, don't be writing on it. As a matter of fact, let me call such and such, you know, because that's that's gang intervention before I was even doing gang intervention. That would have been gang intervention from a gang member that's doing gang intervention without even knowing he's doing gang intervention because these is kids. Because you ain't built like that. So those dudes out there trying to stick with these rules, probably trying to act like, well, I've been getting socked since I was 13. Put their hands on me. I've been gangbang. I've been 8 years old. So they got to represent. They got to get beat like a man. Yeah, but you goofies ain't gonna go tell the whole hood what's going on. Y'all ain't gonna go tell me at the motel or nothing. This is why you don't let your kids gangbang in the summertime, because you got idiots like this running around. So they come back, shoot me and 2 other homies in the limbs, mess our limbs up, you know. Yeah, the homies went over there and handled their business too, but this is an unnecessary war. This is an unnecessary war. That's why innocent people get killed for doing nothing behind goofies. Doing stuff. This is why your kids don't need to be gang banging, attending gang banging functions that you like, nah, that's a gang banging party. I know who you going. Nah, I'm telling you, Marcus, LaQuisha, you better not go to that party. I'm telling you. You better, because anybody can get shot because goofies do goofy stuff all the time in gang banging. That's why you don't want your kids around to be a part of that, you know? You don't want your kids around to be a part of that, to see nothing like that, you know? You don't want your kids to have to see that, you know? To have to be a part of mistaken identity or accidentally shot. You drunk with a burner, y'all at a kid party, and you get socked out, and you trying to pull your gun in because you asked for it and he gave it to you. Dropped you, made you look stupid, and you come out and popping at a kid party and shoot one of your own homies. and killing. But you a hardcore gang member. You still a part of this gang. How is that? Gangs have no function. It's only dysfunction. This dude, Death Now, is explaining they don't want to hear the Hoovers, the A-Trays, the families did it anyway. But let alone now they got to deal with, wait a minute, one of his own homies did it? Well, what's gonna happen? Ain't nobody doing nothing. No, ain't nobody did nothing to him. He got beat up a few times and he's still part of the hood. Wow, that's crazy. When they start doing that? This year, last year, the year before that, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, since the 70s. That's when they start doing that, because gangs have never been organized. It has always been dysfunction. There's no functionality. This gangs are not functional. It's dysfunction at its best. I don't care because them 50 dudes is at that park, did nothing happen. That ain't the only people from that gang. They still got 25, 30 people over here that's from that gang, and they still got 25, 30 people from over here from that gang. And guess what? If they do something goofy, guess what? These 50 that was at the park saying all these 25 over here and all these 25 over here, they not from the hood. But guess what? They just did some goofy stuff, and y'all paying the price for it. So how they not from the hood? Because y'all didn't handle it. This is how gangs work. This is why you don't want your child to be a part of this. This is the summer, man. This is the summer where it's going down. You know, this is the summer where it's cracking. This is why blacks is losing. Crips and Bloods done pulled us down further than what we were. We got not alone the preachers that's out here out of control. You know, the podcasters on here that's out of control, the non-affiliates that's out of control, you know, the school system that's out of control. We already got enough issues, you know. Young, by the way, I remember K9 was in the halls with my nephew in 2018. Yeah, he don't deserve to be there. He don't deserve to be there, you know. Oh, but this is your question, Young, by the way. Whatever happened to your little homies who got caught up with the white boy? Oh, my God. Do you know that some of the podcasters heard and said that, I don't know, it ain't been no paperwork, so we don't know if this dude is telling or not. Did you not hear the detective get on the stand and say he told us he was going to spray paint on the wall? Did you see the gun? Yes. Did you know a murder was going to be committed? No. Did you see who pulled the trigger? Yes. And he cooperated the other homie who was trying to do the right thing by taking the case, trying to be a man, but in taking the case, you're telling on everybody else. You don't understand that. That's why your kids should not be gangbanging. He trying to be a man and take the whole case himself, but he's telling what happened in the process. White boy, did you see? Well, yes. Then he had some goofy in the pen telling him it was cool for him to come back to the hood. Come back to the hood. Bring your paperwork. You didn't do nothing. Well, where's you at, like, in the county? When the police picked you up from your house in the night in question, when they picked you up, where did you go? because he came back to the park a year and a half later, the weekend of my humanitarian day giveaway. And when I seen him, before he tried to start talking to me, I said, you know that I didn't want you from this neighborhood, don't you? Yeah, big homie. I searching. Searching shoes, and he like, for real, it's like that? Yeah. Oh, the homie told me to come back over here. Who? I don't care who. What person in the pen? Who? I don't care. Do you understand? I said, where did you go, Cameron, when they picked you up? They drove me straight to the county jail. They drove you from your house straight to the county jail. Yeah. Where did the police interrogate you at? In the county jail. Did you ask to go to the main line? No, I just well, where were you at? Where did they take you? What modules was you in? He never answered those questions. He was too spooked. He never answered none of those questions. The homie told me to bring my paperwork. He's so silly, he don't understand what he did. You corroborated the testimony of this dude that told on himself, right? Yeah. Okay, that's telling. Do you understand that? You signed that, right? Yeah, I signed. Yeah, he said everything that happened. Yeah, you did too. You signed those statements. You corroborated his story. You also told him what you did, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah. You told. Do you understand that? Do you have an issue with that? He looking scared now, like, huh? G-A-M-D. Do you understand? Now it's two homies washed up behind this. Gone. Because you're 19. Your case gets separated because they're juveniles. So now you come to school, you come to court with a suit on and looking like the white Will Fresh Prince and, you know, with the black attorney, and you don't have to defend yourself. You just let your attorney talk. People, are you listening? Are you understanding what the police said? Yes, we asked Cameron what he was doing. He told us that he thought that he was going to spray paint on the wall. When he seen the gun, he didn't know, and he seen the guy. He told us the guy got out and shot him and jumped back in the car. The police is testifying what you told him. But this dude is supposed to be good because there is no paperwork floating around. Why do you need paperwork? Listen to the testimony of the police officer. So what? Oh, you can't believe what the police, man, it's in black and white what they talking about. They can't get on the stand and lie like that. They can get on the stand and lie. They do it all the time. Certain things they can't lie about, man. Shut up, knock it off. They not finna lie about that. They got the testimony. It's in black and white. What you talking about? What do you mean? Well, he never got on the stand and said he didn't have to testify. He refused. We should have used him and made him pay money. What you mean? Ain't nobody finna pay nothing for that. White boy family ain't finna give you nothing. He cut off. He just live here. We ain't endorsing nothing else he got going on. Man, you can either go out of state or something. They ain't thinking about that dude. They just loving him as their son. That's it. They ain't endorsing his ideas. If he pull up with some homies in the car, they gonna be like, oh my God, get him. No, they not endorsing none of that. They just spent $5 million getting him out of jail. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? You ain't nobody finna get no 9-0s, nothing for this homie and work him, use him and make him do this and that in the hood. Man, y'all sound stupid. This white boy told y'all should have did what I said the night y'all was putting him on. Don't put this white boy on our hood. Leave him like he is, just y'all using him every day. Well, he gonna go somewhere else and get put on. Yeah, because that's what white boys do. They gonna keep bouncing around. Just like some of you suckers that's in podcasting. That ain't, oh, you was this and that before you became this person from the east side, the west side. Yeah, you was once this. You ain't solid over there. You turned this, you know? Yeah, start looking at all that, you know? Ain't that negative too? What you talking about? The homies are still in jail. They're going to lose their adult case or whatever that stuff happened in juvenile, and they're going to be tried as adults, and you ain't going to hear nothing else from them. They're going to be in jail, period. Murder. Gone. And he out right now. Trying to go to the Harbor Cities. The Harbor Cities called me. The white boy tried to come on out here and get put on. What? Man, that dude bad. I hope y'all don't put that dude. Nah, man, we bypassed him. That's what every hood's supposed to do. If people was to do that, guess how good and dysfunctional Crips and Bloods would be if we obeyed just some of the rules. You was from where? You got a name? Was you from that hood a whole year? Nah, homie. You can't be. Nah, homie. You can't. Nah, you can't be that, homie. Nah, you got to go somewhere else. And every gang that person go to get turned down. Imagine how good gangs would be. Dysfunctional. Just imagine our dysfunction. We would have took a step up. Well, our dysfunction would have took a step. We'd have took a step up. Come on, man. This is summertime. So expect that your child will be caught up if you do not put your foot down. And you can't chastise your child. Don't chastise him, her. Do not do that. You have to outsmart your child. They are not smarter than you. You have to outwit them. You have to outthink them. And you have to get them engaged into something else that can take their time up. And take their time up, hopefully, with something that's making them feel good or something that's giving them money in their pocket economically or something that they're doing that's benefiting other people, that they're getting gratitude from that. Hey, thank you. I'm so glad you, man, you know what, man, thank you. And make them want to do that again. You got to pull them away from that. It takes the whole family. Sometimes it's too hard for the daddy and the mama. Sometimes it takes the uncle, the sister, and the cousin. It take all them to smash that. Because that's how valuable that life is. You can't just leave it up to the one mama, the one daddy. Sometimes it take that whole little family to come together and say, man, look, we ain't finna let this dude go down like that because we know he ain't built like that. We know this dude ain't like that. We got to find something. We got to do something. Whether you send him out of town, you know, put him in some programs, whatever, him, her, whatever you do, you got to make sure that these kids is not falling in the traps of the hood to where they just hanging out and, oh, you see him and they was fighting and he tried, what's up? And you scared and you got beat up. Now they accepted you because you got beat up and you got lumps all in your head. And you got to stay down. Don't leave. Come back around. And you looking over here like a sucker for 2-3 days. And now you want to do the next person like that. Come on, man. And because this dude that been on the hood 3 years tell you something, now you just got to do what he say. And this, you see this dude that been on the hood 2 years, he get into it with an OG. Now you think you can because he say, oh, I ain't letting these, I'm tired of these old niggas. These, hey, man, hey, blood, hey, next old nigga try to tell me something, it's going to be a problem. Man, how long you're not even from here. Where you from? You from Lancaster. Why are you even over here? You know what I'm saying? You ain't even been over in this neighborhood for 3 years. You don't know nobody on the back streets. You don't know Miss Wilson. You don't know Miss Smith. You don't know the Jacksons. You don't know nobody on none of these streets. 9-0s don't know nobody on none of them streets from 96 all the way down to 91st. Maybe 1 or 2 people, because in them back streets, guess what? Everybody over there ain't straight. Some people got asterisk signs by their name. So you ain't going over there. You pull up over here on this street, these people don't want y'all standing in front of their house because you don't know them. And all y'all do is bring noise, trash, blunt wrappers, bottles, cups. Drop it off in the middle of the street in front of this house, and pull off. Fighting in the, you know, and pulling off, calling this our hood, this our hood, and don't know nobody over here because you wasn't born and raised over here. It's only 3 of y'all that was born over here, or not even born over here, just raised over here. You know, come on, man. You know, and this is going to be prevalent in the summertime. Crime rises. 18 chains I got to get. Remember that. I got to get 18 chains. And I need a 07 form. Yeah. Did you see him? He got the Benz. Front lights don't work. Bumper hanging. But I got 18 chains in the Benz. Yeah, what's up, big homie? I'm shining. Car not registered. You feel me? And not only 18, 26, 27, 28, you know, because this day bracket. 12 to 33. Same bracket. Just different structures of stupidity. This dude been a buster his whole life. Now he got 18 chains. He got a foreign, you know, he got an 06 Audi. He got an 08 Audi, you know, in his foreign, you know, and he a shot caller now, you know, because he been over here for 6 years. So now he a shot caller. Man, knock it off. Are you serious? What's going on out here? Do not let your child be a part of this, man. You know, do I have to keep showing? Do I have to keep letting you know that? Let's look at this. Let's see what these people got to say. We got to run that back again. Let's look at what the people got to say. Let's just.
You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015? 2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the Civil Rights Movement. 2, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are, because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color, going from the lightest down to the darkest, light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk will not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens, because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems, and they are competitive with us, and we don't begin to be a little more aggressive about being in a competitive posture. They're going to eat our lunches.
You know what the Hispanics do? 20 of them will be in one house. Black neighborhoods, while we fighting over who block that is, the Hispanics came in on the west side. They started with 20 of them in one house. Then they bought a house next door. Now it's 10 and 10. Then they bought a house next door. Now it's 5 and then we look up. They got the whole block now. We like, what the fuck going on? Yeah. Because we don't want to work together. We so busy trying to be a boss on our own, and don't nobody want to do nothing to help nobody. We fucking up the program. White people, black people. Bro, I told myself the other day, it just popped in my head. I said, I'm going to tell my kids they can stay with me as long as they want to.
Okay.
I'm not about to get to the
18.
And it's time to go now. You can live with me the rest of your life as long as we are putting a plan together for this family to be successful. We all gonna live together.
Once they take your life, you will start appreciating life. Like I've been down 34 years, going 35 years, right? And I was sentenced to life at 16 years old. I was saying the difference between a person who has 5 years and me is that I've learned to appreciate life because they took my life. This person who didn't, he'd know that within 5 years he'd be going back home. A lot of people talk about rehabilitation. Rehabilitation starts with self. It don't start with the programs, none of that. It starts with self. If you want to rehabilitate, you got to start with self. You got to believe in it. You got to change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, you're going to continue to repeat the things that get you caught up.
I just came from the park, and it's this kid teasing me because I have felines on. Now, mind you, I am not a material person. I just wear felines because, you know, I like the color. I think they're cool. They might not be what's popular today, but, you know, that's what I like. So, you know, I told the kid, it's not about what I have on my feet, it's about what I have inside my head. No matter what I'm wearing, no matter what I have on, it's about my information, the knowledgeable things in life. These sneakers are not even going to fit you in 20 years from now. So it's about what you have in your mind, your wisdom, your knowledge, the power to inspire others. And parents, please don't raise your children like the materialistic type, because, you know, once they don't have Jordans on or cool clothes, they're going to feel like they're not important. They're going to feel like they need the golden or the Jordans or the cool stuff, the popular stuff, to make them feel important.
Man, did you hear that? That little kid, that little dude right there, he is on the move. I like him. That little dude right there is on and popping. That little dude right there is something else. One move away. Inglewood Legends. What it do? Hey, Dr. Crip, no more in 24. Gang intervention work can be tricky with that paperwork. How did you handle that? Hey, Inglewood Legends. Salam. Yeah. What is that? Salamu? Salamu? That mean hey, huh? How listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. One of the gang interventionists, right? They called me. Mark Really Thomas, salute, Inglewood Legends. Mark Really Thomas, he called me. And he like, man, I got a program. Man. Woo woo. And the homie, they called me. Like, man, look, we got a program that we want you to do in Jesse Owens Park. The program was a pilot program, and it's gonna run for this 3 months. And we tested it at Washington Park, Jesse Owens Park, Wow, what's them other parks? The county parks. Helen Keller Park. I think it was about 4 or 5 parks that's in Los Angeles County. That's county parks. But he said, we targeted the most violent parks in the summertime. Duh. Jesse Owens Park, number one. Number one. Like, yeah, we need to target the swimming pool area. We want to bring the violence down around the swimming pool. Oh, okay, yeah, all right, man. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna give you 15,000. Oh, okay. You need to have another homie. Woo, right? Okay. But he got to be a Mexican. At first, they wanted a Mexican. So I told the homies, get the Mexican that's always having a problem. They then ran him off, all type of stuff. So I tell the little homies, I say, look, y'all get him, put him on the shirt. Y'all just take his check and split it with him. And, y'all take some and give him some. We don't need the money. We don't need the money. We straight. I don't care. I'm like, oh, okay. So I tell the homie, I say, look, I can't find no Mexican. Whoa, that's all right. Just get a little homie. So I go back to the same ones. Okay, well, won't y'all do it? Oh, I ain't wearing no county shirt, no city shirt that say the county of Los Angeles, county Los Angeles. Man, I'm not doing that. I ain't wearing that. That's ugly. and plus I don't need the money, right? Like 3 or 4. So I'm like, what? Are you serious? So I'm thinking, okay, I ain't gonna be able to find nobody. Boom, phone ring. It's one of them. It's one of the killers. I'm like, oh, okay. What's up? Yeah, that money about whoop the whoop. I need that. I heard it through the grapevine. One of my cousins through the gang intervention. And he said, whoop the whoop the whoop. You got to call Huster Nut. What? Yeah, okay. Hey, I need that. Hey, man, you going to wear a shirt and everything? Yep. Wait a minute. I thought you were like a liquor. Don't y'all pass for 50s and hundreds of thousands? Man, it ain't. Oh, it ain't always what it seems. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need that. That's going to get me by for the summertime. I need that little change. You feel me? Oh, okay. So I said, all right. Hey, Huster Nut, I ain't doing no paperwork. I already know that. Don't worry about none of that. I'm going to take care of all the paperwork. I know how to tricky write that paperwork. Boom, 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 boom. That keep you out the funk and me out the funk. If you do not know how to do that, you will be called snitches and working with the police, because some of them are and some of them don't. It's a character thing. If your character don't have it in the beginning, you always been solid, guess what? You're not going to be affected by that. But if you are a weirdo, weenie, busterism on there, you're possibly going to be caught up with that paperwork, because guess what? You already got issues. So what is the problem? Don't worry about it. I'll do the paperwork. I did the paperwork for the whole 3 months, kept the police off of him because they wanted him. First day he show up, Crash say, no, he can't be in the park. Click, click, put him in the back of the car. We going to do a house raid. I got to go big now. I got to call my superiors, which is this dude and this dude. Y'all said if I got problems, I told y'all I was going to have problems with the police, with these dudes that I'm hiring. So y'all got to get over here. Do you know they had the off-duty cops, all these dudes? Crash wouldn't let him out the car. They didn't care who pulled up. They talked to him crazy. The off-duty LAPD, retired police, LAPD officer come over there. He like, man, them dudes is assholes. They sent another one from the sheriffs. Man, them dudes is assholes. They called the captain, a captain of the station, their boss. Why is he still sitting in the back of the car? They come and say, man, listen, man, they got their job. You wait a minute, ain't you their boss? You can't tell him just do working for the county. His parole officer said it was cool for him to be up here. So why is he sitting in the back of the car? This some bull. I go big. Right? So they finally let the homie out the car. They finally let him out the car. He been sitting in the car for about 2 hours. Because they arguing. Everybody that walk over to the car, city officials and everything that run this program, walking to the car talking to these two crash officers that don't have no stripes. They like, we ain't letting nobody out the car. He is a gang member. This dude, whoop, 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 whoop. He ain't getting out the car. I had to go big. I had to go stupid big. I don't know who they call. I think they end up calling Mark Really Thomas. And Mark Really Thomas had to threaten them. Like, so they walked over to me and was like, what's your name? This and that. Because they didn't know who I was. When this dude found out my name and ran my history and said, oh, you Huster Nut. Whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, we going to be on you. That's how I ended up going to prison. Because that program got me sent to prison. Because as soon as I was on, they didn't know I was on probation during the time, but they got orders not to mess with me till after the program was over with. So as soon as the program was over with, they went full-fledged. First thing they did is said, they tried to raid my house, right? They went to my house. It's a mailbox. They was hot. They pulled up on me with their own probation officer in the car, and they said, yeah, Nut, we got our own probation officer. I said, man, who the hell you talking to? You ain't got no probation officer. You can't have no probation officer tell me nothing. And the probation officer they really got is one of their friends that's a probation officer. Hey, you can't have a mailbox. Woo. I said, man, first of all, this ain't even your district, and you got to have authorization to even get at me as a probation officer. And my probation officer know that I have a P.O. box in Inglewood because I am homeless on paperwork. So now what? And you can't touch. Look, they was out there so shook up, they was scared to touch me until Curry was like, man, you going down now. They took me down. They handcuffed me, took me. So now they were so scared, they forgot to search me properly. I had ecstasy in my pocket, like a bag of ecstasy. Yeah, I sell pills, I sell drugs. I don't do nothing no more. But yeah, when I get cracking, I sell everything. So I had the ecstasy, that little side pocket in your pocket. They didn't look in there. So when they brought me out, I destroyed all the evidence in the cell, I crushed it up, sprinkled all the dust, tore that plastic down. Ripped it. Because there ain't no toilet in there. When you go into 77, they put you in that first room right there. You know what time it is. Ain't no toilets in there. That's a search room, homie. You getting searched. So you have to tear all that. I tore that plastic down. I crushed all them pills. Stepped on them. Crushing them. When they seen the plastic, they was like, hey, they tried to scrape. I was like, that is not mine. So they was hot, and they had to let me go. Yeah, they sent me to prison, man, because the judge, Eric Holder, Torrance Court, he told me, if you come back to my courtroom one more time, I'm sending you to prison. Wait a minute. I got these goofies on me all the time. This is my community. They don't even live over here. What am I supposed to do about that? I don't care. So what you saying that you're going to send me to jail? And that's what he did. Held me illegally. I didn't even have a police report for 7 months. It's all illegal. If I was smart, I was going to try to sue him. But if you got a civil case against the police, you need a good attorney. Gary Castleman. That's the best one you got. Gary Castleman, Santa Monica. Look him up. You got a legitimate case against the police? Yeah, call Gary. He gonna handle it. Gary tell me, he said, man, you messed up, Cornell. You took the deal. I heard, oh, if you wouldn't have took that deal, you would have had a case. So it was a lesson learned. But yeah, you can't, that paperwork is tricky. One move word, that paperwork is really tricky. So, I feel for these gang interventionists if they getting caught up with this paperwork, because the real ones they doing it from the heart because they want to see something happen. And then unfortunately, all these dudes out here, these podcasters that's busters and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got all these podcasters acting like they super hard. Go into their history. You didn't see some of them guys, you from this hood, now you this hood, and you didn't got socked out, your own homies, you got socked and broke up out off the street at the liquor store. The homie fired on you, but these dudes is hard. You feel me? And that's what everybody going to all their pages and all that. But when you do the research and search, you'll find it. You'll find them gaps. You'll find them missing gaps. But this is to keep your kids out of gangs. 2024 summertime, no more in 24. This is Dr. Crip. Welcome. Please like, subscribe, share, and do all that type of stuff, man. And I'm gonna play the video one more time because I see a message. Somebody said play it again, play the video. So I'm gonna play the video one more time for y'all because this is what we dealing with out here, man. This is what we dealing with right here, and we don't need no more in 24, man. We do not need no more in 24.
You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015? 2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. 2, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color, going from the lightest down to the darkest, light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk will not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens, because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems, and they're competitive with us, and we don't begin to be a little more aggressive about being in a competitive posture. They're going to eat our lunches.
You know what the Hispanics do? 20 of them will be in one house. Black neighborhood.
Listen to this.
Fighting over who block that is. The Hispanics came in on the west side. They started with 20 of them in one house. Then they bought a house next door. Now it's 10 and 10. Then they bought a house next door. Now it's 5 and then we look up. They got the whole block now. We like, what the fuck going on? Yeah. Because we don't want to work together. We so busy trying to be a boss on our own and don't nobody want to do nothing to help nobody. We fucking up the program. White people, black people. Bro, I told myself the other day, it just popped in my head. I said, I'm going to tell my kids they can stay with me as long as they want to.
Okay.
I'm not about to get to the
18.
And it's time to go now. You can live with me the rest of your life as long as we are putting a plan together for this family to be successful. We all going to live together.
Once they take your life, you will start appreciating life. Like I've been down 34 years, going 35 years, right? And I was sentenced to life at 16 years old. I was saying the difference between a person who has 5 years and me is that I've learned to appreciate life because they took my life. This person who didn't, he'd know that within 5 years he'd be going back home. A lot of people talk about rehabilitation. Rehabilitation starts with self. It don't start with the programs, none of that. It starts with self. If you want to rehabilitate, you got to start with self. You got to believe in it. You got to change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, you're going to continue to repeat the things that get you caught up.
I just came from the park, and it's this kid teasing me because I have felines on. Now, mind you, I am not a material person. I just wear felines because, you know, I like the color and I think they're cool. They might not be what's popular today, but you know, that's what I like. So, you know, I told the kid, it's not about what I have on my feet, it's about what I have inside my head. No matter what I'm wearing, no matter what I have on, it's about my information, the knowledgeable things in life. These sneakers are not even going to fit you in 20 years from now. So it's about what you have in your mind, your wisdom, your knowledge, the power to inspire others. And parents, please don't raise your children like the materialistic type, because you know, once they don't have Jordans on or cool clothes, they're going to feel like they're not important. They're going to feel like they need the golden or the Jordans or the cool stuff, the popular stuff, to make them feel important.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what that dude said? Out of the mouth of a child shall the truth come. What they doing right now? 18, 19, 20. Oh, Balenciaga. No, I need this. Yeah, these $2,000. I said, you pay $2 for them? Like, yeah. They look like that? Oh. Well, I had these for a minute, but they 2,000. They look like bubble gum now. You done ran them down in the dirt, man. You only supposed to wear them for parties. They not for everyday use. You done ran them through the whole summer. Now here it is, January, a whole new year. Here you trying to pop out. And shoestrings is dirty. RW, they ain't hearing you. No, they ain't hearing me. No, they want to shut me down, you know? They don't want the truth. I'm just telling you the truth, homie. That's all I'm giving you is the truth, you know? A lot of these podcasters behind closed doors, homie, ain't what it is. I'm just telling you, you know? You can go find all the dirt out you want on me. Bring it up here. We can talk about it. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. Go, let's debate it. Tell me what you want to do. You know? Yeah, I've been dope fiend 3 times, but ask them what happened after all 3 times. I didn't see people get socked and run out the park. Bam! Damn, he gone. He gone. Hey, he gone. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn. That boy is gone, you know? But it's like that, man. And that don't, you know, I'm just saying, once something happened in gangs, you know, it's going to go with you for the rest of your life in that gang. So you could be the hardest person or whatever, but the people remember, you know, people remember. And the youth is always watching, you know, they always watching and learning. Hey, Huster Nut. Yeah, what's up, homie? Hey, every time cuz pull up to the park, you know, people, you know, woo, you know, cuz seem cool and all that, you know, he be buying a drink and, you know, he pull it up, you know, in Forns and, you know, he like, yeah, you know, ain't cuz woo. He like, but I don't never see you interact with cuz. He like, I'm like, what you talking about? He like, I don't never see you interact with cuz. Like, oh, no, cuz is straight. I ain't got no issues with cuz. Like, I don't know, man. Nut, you talk to everybody. You don't have no problem. And you say that you never lied. So can I ask you a question about cuz? Man, you can ask me whatever you want, homie. Is cuz good or cuz bad? Hey, I don't know. But, you know, me, I don't mess with cuz. So is he good or is he bad? I don't know, homie. I can't tell you yay or nay. The only thing that I can tell you is that I don't fuck. Yeah, I know, because you never go over there. You don't never drink his drink or nothing. I got my own bottle. Yeah, I know that, but I see y'all how y'all be getting on people that be drinking y'all bottles all the time. When they pull up and buy the drink, y'all drink they stuff first. You ain't did none of that. And when the homie pull up, he don't say nothing. Listen, man. Why hide stuff in the hood? That's the problem with you gang members. Everybody hide the dirt on people. Why not let all the dirt out on everybody so everybody can have a level playing field? All the 28s, what y'all did in there, and all the people out here on the streets, what y'all did in here. Just level the playing field and let everybody know where everybody stand and where everybody at. That, you trying to get people killed, Dr. Crip. You supposed to be for peace. Oh, listen. I'm just saying, man, you know, when people are out here, man, you know, it is unfair to these dudes that, you know, they don't know, you know, and it's too late once they find out. Wait a minute. You mean the dude that sent me on the mission is a snitch? The one who made me go. Well, why y'all? Look, man, you got the right to go ask anybody. And don't let them tell you, homie, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This was before you was from the hood. So what? Before I let you give me an order, I need to know is you telling or not. You know, I need to know is all the busted stuff that you did. So if I go through any of that, I don't need to take your advice, you know. I don't need to take your advice, you know. Because it's easy to be hard in front of people when nobody around that don't know no history. It's absolutely fabulous to be the big homie in charge. Like, what's up? What's up, kid? Hey, we ain't doing that, homie. Until somebody walk up and ask you a question, you know. And that's how people get in trouble out here, man. So, you know, this is why your kids should not gangbang, man. This is why your child should not be in a gang. These are the reasons why. Because it's people in there that's going to guide your child wrong purposely. It's people in there that's going to put your child in a situation purposely. It's people that's going to use your child purposely. And it's people that's going to abuse your child purposely. It ain't no accident. It ain't nothing. It is what it is. That's what they doing. And that's what's going to be done. And you're going to see it this summer. If you don't have a hold on your child, that's why No More in 24, we need to get a grip on this. All the gang interventionists, they need to meet together. They need to get together. They need to talk about just the gang members that are gang interventionists or want to be, that's gang interventionists, prevention, all that. They need to sit down and talk. They need to have their means. Grid, ambassadors, grassroots organization, gang intervention workers. That's gang members. That's from that hood, no matter how old. All them need to meet because gangs need to meet to have their own discussion with no non-affiliates in there, period. So we know who each other are. We know, we heard it from the horse's mouth about this hood. And you got to have more than one person in there from each of those hoods. At least 2 people from each of those hoods. That's ambassador, grid workers, grassroots organization workers. That's gang members, ex-gang members. Because this is the time you got to get a hold on that. This is the time. It's summertime. It's here. Hood days, everything is outrageous right now. It's finna go down. It's already been going down. It starts January, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. You know, it's here, and it's going to cause a lot of issues and problems and unnecessary situations. So you do not want your 12, your 13, your 14, your 15-year-old child to be a part of that, because they will be taken off the street. And trust me, they easy on crime right now, but this election is going to change all that. Trust me, in 2025, they're not going to allow crime and violence to continue the way that it is. They're going to put a hold on it, because these penitentiaries are being built and they're getting empty. We're kicking out all these 28s. They're getting rid of all them 28s. And who you think going to fill them shoes? 28, 18, 28, 38, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. You know, all of them gonna fill them shoes, man. So get a hold on it, man. It's available right now, hardback. Find out, GAMD, what your kid is suffering from. Available on Amazon. Ebook, paperback, and hardback. Hardback. This is Dr. Crip, man. I want to thank everybody for coming through, man. RW, Inglewood Legends, One Move Away, Young by the Way, West Side Life, man. This is Dr. Crip. Let's get a hold on this summer, man. Go holler at the kids. We will be back tomorrow, same time. I'm Dr. Crip. Please like, subscribe, share, and let a person know, man. We here. I'm out.